Out here is British Sandwich Week. Brits buy more than 3.5 billion tasty ones a year, and that's not including the ones we make at home. Guess we're not that hung up on cutting down on the carbs then, are we? Who's ready for some bread tonight? Because we've got a fresh loaf baking as we speak. I'm Shazzy Carpenter, here to relegate and to regulate, and this is HQ Trivia, where if you bring the most, you can win the toast. The rules to play are simple. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, from easy to hard. You have 10 seconds to tap the answer. You get it correct, you move on, answer all 12 right, and you win or you split that cash. And today we are giving away a very tasty £1,000. That will set you up with sarnies for the next year, a state-of-the-art stainless steel toaster, and some Ribena to wash them down with. But before you cash it, you've got to thrash it. It's time for the quizzing. Here we go with Q1. Which type of boot inspired by astronauts was created in the 1970s? Moon boots, the car boot, Dr. Martens. Inspired by the Spaceheads. One small step for man, one giant car boot sail for mankind. The legitimate lunar leggings themselves. It's moon boots. Your winning answer here on Q1, 172,000 if you're moonwalking to the next round. Now, moon boots were trendy through the 80s and are still popular ski shoes today. Q2, in which sport is a try and conversion a method of scoring points? Dog surfing, wife carrying, rugby. Don't try, do. Now, wife carrying can be pretty tricky if your wife's not down for the cause. It is rugby. The sport in question here, 169,000 if you're with a nice score. Muddying up their maths as well as their jumpers. A try is worth 5 points in rugby union, but only 4 points in rugby league. I don't understand. Now, we see you out there, players. I want to say hello to Ben Fozzard. Love you back. Hi, Mazzaruni. Best of luck with your retake exam tomorrow. You're going to nail it. Hello, Shell Shark and Luca EGKK. Gideon Cresswell and Shakiba playing along right now. How you doing? Amy Hutchins and hubby Peter. Congrats on the bouncing baby boy. And a big hello to Dave Simpson and Andy Biggett at Fisher's Cross in Belfast. Also, Matt and Dave at the Uni of Leicester. Good luck to all of you players in the game. Q3. James Mercer and Danger Mouse teamed up in 2009 to create which music act? Mozart, the Jackson 5, Broken Bells. Mercer and Mouse. They were 300 years, a little too late to be Mozart, but which band did they show up on time for? Far more tuneful than the name suggests. It's Broken Bells. Broken Bells is your winning answer. Nothing broken for 129,000 of you. Danger Mouse may be named after the 80s cartoon, but he's better known as the quiet half of Gnarls Barkley, along with CeeLo, of course. Q4, in which calendar is July the 7th month of the year? Martian, Gregorian, Advent. This goes out to the Cancer signs out there. July. It has 24 pictures of December, but there is nothing about July on your Advent calendar more down to earth than the Martian one. It's Gregorian calendar, of course. That's the one that we use. 95,719 if you right on time with a win. Pope Gregory XIII shifted the beginning of the year from May to January, turning July into the 7th month. Q5, which sitcom was set in the department store Grace Brothers? Bread, Are You Being Served? Open All Hours. The classic right here. 3 side-splitting sitcoms, but who was Grace Brothers through and through? The innuendo elevator always going up. It was Are You Being Served? And 59,000 if you're serving a win here on Q5. Nice job. Running from 1972 to 85, the show's combination of double entendres and slapstick earned it an audience of 20 million in its heyday. Quite impressive there. Q6, which term is used to describe an extreme fear of rain? Ombrophobia, regnophobia, pleurophobia. Don't be scared now. HQTs. It's a fairly common phobia, especially with our weather, but which of these unusual names describes it? Sounding more like a fear of yoga dudes is ombrophobia. Your winning answer here on Q6. 16,300 if you got that one right. That was a tough one. We lost about 45,000 of you there. Now, it's also known as pluviophobia, while pleurophobia and regnophobia are both made up. Sorry, guys. Q7, which of these US presidents did not have a son who also became president? Theodore Roosevelt, George H.W. Bush, John Adams. Not like father, like son in this case. Take your son to work day went too well for two of them, but whose son chose a path of his own? The moustache immortalized on Mount Rushmore is Theodore Roosevelt. Your winning answer here, 7,663 of you with a presidential win. Theodore and Franklin Roosevelt were related, but they were actually fifth cousins, not father and son. Q8, which of these musicals has had the most Broadway performances? The Lion King, Phantom of the Opera, Cats. The bright lights of Broadway. Have you been there? When we think of Broadway, we think of Cats, but they've actually had the least shows. The masked madman who just won't shut up is the Phantom of the Opera, has the most performances, 2,749 if you're well played there. The Lion King has had about 8,000 shows, but that's kitten play compared to the Phantom's 12,500 plus performances. A lot of stage time there. Q9, which of these was considered the greatest male ballet dancer before Baryshnikov, Nijinsky, Diaghilev, Balanchine? You're gonna keep your 2-2 on for this one. Setting his mark well before Baryshnikov in the early 20th century. He was born in the Ukraine to Polish parents, yet considered Russian. It's Nijinsky. That's who. 2,147 if you're pirouetting here on Q9. Now, these men may be on point with their moves, but on pointe is one move that male dancers don't have to do, saving their tootsies. Q10, in Greek mythology, who helped Arthur's son to defeat the Minotaur? Ariadne, Medea, Pandora. To defeat that monster. If you want to get something out of a box, then Pandora is your gal. Getting Theseus back out of the labyrinth, though, it was Ariadne, if you remember that story. 911 of you with a monster win here on Q10. Ariadne gave Theseus a ball of thread, which allowed him to retrace his path once he had murked the Minotaur. Q11, we are so close. A childhood crush on Raquel Welch motivated which young Hollywood star to act? Tim Robbins, Tom Cruise, Ryan Gosling. Three big ones here. She may have sung along with Miss Piggy, but which of these Muppets took up acting in the hopes of meeting her, loving Raquel but hating breakfast cereal? Ryan Gosling. He's not a Muppet though, is he? 421 of you nailed that one. Get those baby geese in a row, because we are swimming on to the final round with 421 players left in the game. 54 players using their extra lives to get back in. £1,000 and those bragging rights up for grabs. Good luck to each and every one of you. Q12, which of these mountain ranges is horseshoe-shaped? Rocky Mountains, Carpathian Mountains, Zagros Mountains. It's your lucky day, the horseshoe. Horseshoes are supposed to bring luck, but which of these ranges was born lucky? The Rockies have a mountain called Horseshoe, but the range itself isn't shaped like one. The U-shaped Euro Mountains winning your money here. The Carpathian Mountains for the win. We have 219 winners, my lovelies. Wow, incredible win there by 219 of your players, down from 200,000 at the very beginning. You are taking home £4.56. We've got Happy Bubbles, I think, right there with a Snapchat filter. We've got Morgan or 91 looking like Homer. We've got Joe McPhee, 92, Blue, 291, 964, and a bunch of other winners as well. What are you going to do with the cash? Get yourself a lucky horseshoe. Might help you win again. Maybe some moon boots, add a little cash to it. Take a ballet class. There's a lot you can do with the money. Awesome Game HQTs, you did great. I'm Shazzy Carpenter. You can find me right here. You know where. Right here. Stop by. Say hello. Let me know how you did tonight. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. with another chance for you to score 1,000 big ones, £1,000. Have a great rest of the night, and I will see you soon. Bye.